Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me here today. My name is Jake Johnson. I'm a Simplify 365 associate here at Vance Wealth. And today we're going to be talking about traditional 401ks versus their Roth counterparts. We'll be discussing the similarities between the two, their differences, as well as what situation might work best for you. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so how are they similar? So both options are going to be retirement savings options. They're a really convenient way to contribute directly out of your paycheck into those retirement accounts. Now, that being said, the Roth option does have to be included as part of your plan provisions. So if that's not something that your plan offers, it might not be something that is eligible for you. That being said, if you do have a provision set up here at Vance Wealth, almost all of ours do indeed have that Roth option. So you should be good to go on that front. Now, both options do have the ability to include a company match, and if your company does match, we highly recommend that you take advantage of that. It's a really great way to bolster your savings early on. So both types do have the same contribution limits, and that is going to be $20,500 per year. However, if you are over the age of 50, there's going to be an additional $6,500 on top of that for your catch-up contribution for 2022, and that's going to bring your total to $27,000. Now, something that a lot of people don't realize is that there are no restrictions on either of these based on too much income. It doesn't matter if you're making $100,000 or $100 million. Either way, you're still eligible to contribute to either one of these options. All right, moving forward. So how are they different to each other? The biggest difference is how they're taxed. The Roth option, you're going to pay that tax now, and your withdrawals later on are not going to be taxed, which includes your earnings and growth during that time. The traditional or pre-tax option, you're going to pay that tax later, so the withdrawals are indeed going to be taxed later on. Now, the employer match that you might take advantage of, either way, it's going to be included in that pre-tax bucket. It doesn't matter which of these options you have, that is going to stay the same. All right, now before we get into tax bracket information, it's important that you understand we are not tax professionals here. We can't really give tax advice in that same way, which is why we always recommend that you reach out to a tax professional and talk to them in regards to what might work best for your situation. All right, let's get into it. So if you are in the 10 or 12% bracket, we usually find that after-tax Roth option is going to be the most effective for you, and that's if you're an individual making less than $50,000, or if you're a married couple making less than $100,000. Now, if you are in that 22 or 24% bracket, right in that sweet spot, the younger you are, the more you could potentially benefit from the Roth option because you have more time for the money to build there. But again, it really does depend on your situation, which is why we recommend that you speak to those tax professionals to decide. And that's if you're an individual making less than $160,000, or if you're a married couple making less than $340,000. Now, if you are in the 32%, 35%, or 37% option, we usually find that it's better to use that pre-tax option. And that's if you're an individual making greater than $160,000 or a married couple making greater than $340,000. All right. Quick glance at our disclosure page. Once again, a reminder, we are not tax professionals. We highly recommend that you reach out to one to discuss what's best for you. Now, if you do have any questions that this maybe didn't answer for you, we do have an individual here at Vance Wealth, Jason Lane. He's the Director of Retirement Plans. There is his email on the screen. We highly recommend that you reach out to him. Maybe he can answer some of those questions that we didn't quite touch on in this video. Well, I hope this was helpful for, I hope this was helpful for you. And if you've got any questions, reach out to Jason there. We can help you out. Thank you very much.